everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Stating the Obvious. It has been a minute, but we're excited to be back. It was my fault, as per usual, that we did not record the previous episode. But I'm here now, and we're recording. But do you know who else is here now?
I do not.
Who are we talking about?
Buck.
Oh,
We're talking about Buck. Mukund. MK. Say something.
Oh, yeah.
Signs of life.
I'm alive.
He's alive.
I don't really need to introduce myself. I think literally everyone listening to this knows exactly who I am.
yeah.
He needs no introduction. Coming in at how many pounds do you weigh?
135, 136.
Jesus Christ, what?
What?
That's like nothing.
Yeah.
How much do you weigh, Noah?
I don't know, like 175? He's not that much shorter than me, right?
How much do you wake up?
This is the real question. This
Like
is the
5
real
pounds
question. Calm. How much do you weigh, Calm?
Like 130.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Wait,
Okay,
so
how
there's
much
a
do you
guy
weigh,
at my
Jen?
work who's literally 6'2" and weighs 135.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, that he's
Okay,
malnourished.
Is he a
Marathons and
Somalian
shit, so-
refugee?
No, he
Is
like
it
is like
actually
an
the
actual
Kenyan guy?
marathon runner.
Oh my god.
No, this
Jesus
is not
Christ.
the Kenyan guy.
Kidding.
Okay, Renee, how much do you weigh?
Racist, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Tell me
He
this.
said it's the Somalian runner, and then I heard like some like hesitation, and then I was like, wait, maybe it's the Kenyan guy.
There's a difference between a runner and a refugee, man. Like a refugee is
I
running
think they're
from
pretty
somewhere.
similar.
Kenyans have some runners.
They just have more motivation, though. It's literally just a motivation thing. But they're all runners, okay? Don't get it twisted. Renee, how much do you weigh?
I've actually decreased quite a bit recently. I'm like 169, 168 now.
How much do
I'm
you
just a
weigh?
nice 160. I'm a
160.
nice 160.
Okay.
Yeah. We in the middle out here.
You're 190?
Okay. No, 160.
Oh, okay.
190 would be crazy.
Hey, what is up?
I
Like,
could not hear
Dirty
you.
bulk. That's a dirty bulk right there. Okay. We veered off track enough. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled intro. Renee!
Yes.
Give me an obvious fact for this.
Obvious fact. It's been a long time since I've tried to do one of those obvious facts that's like not that obvious. Okay, but you know hard candies?
Yes, I'm aware of these.
It's basically when you like suck on a hard candy, you're just like flavoring your spit, and then you're just like sucking on your spit.
This feels like a fact you just looked up on the internet.
It is a fact I looked up on the internet, but it's
Damn
also
it.
a fact that I did give.
you
You know what? He did give it.
He did
And
give it.
we didn't make any rules that you couldn't look it up.
Do you
so-
think a lot about sucking on hard things to flavor your spit, Pranay?
Actually, I just like those type of candies, so not
Hmm.
really.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Noah,
What?
give us a fact. Give us an obvious fact.
My obvious fact is having a body is like the biggest pain in the ass possible. Like you don't think about it that often, but like how much time do you invest in like making sure your body stays functional? Like it doesn't like die of like dehydration or starve or like exhaust itself because you don't get enough sleep. And like how often does your body just like inconvenience you or like cause you pain for no fucking reason, right? Like it's springtime, now you can't breathe. Like you accidentally brush up against like something and now you have fucking hives. Like your body, like your muscles will just sometimes cramp for no goddamn reason. Like it is infuriating.
I feel like this is the same obvious fact that Noah used last time. And we said, Noah, have you seen those videos of like the chiropractors? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna. Or no, you said you weren't gonna go to one, right?
Yeah, because I don't want my fucking spine to be severed.
Right.
I have enough
That's
problems as it
valid.
is without being a quadriplegic.
Seems like that would eliminate a lot of your problems, based on what you just said.
So, like,
Yeah, but then like
That's true.
that's true. I mean, like if I could just like sever my like head off and then just like attach it to like a little like Roomba, that would be cool.
Sure. Why not?
Cool.
Okay, Buck. You've had time. You've had these two guys.
I mean, my obvious fact is that I'm on here, and it's different.
Damn.
Oh my.
Okay.
It's obvious.
Oh my god.
Actually,
You know
no. My
what,
real
he's-
obvious fact is that the quality of obvious facts has been deteriorating.
You
I've
say
been
that
like
like
an
it
on and
started
off
out very
listener.
high, like
It
to
did
begin
start off
with.
very high because everyone
Really?
would put in effort to like, and then like I listen to like maybe one every 4 episodes, but the one I do listen to, the obvious facts aren't so good because I feel like I think
I feel like in the
PJ
beginning, Noah
and Cobb have a tendency to pull out these facts which are not at all obvious. And they're just like a random fact. And they're like, this is the obvious fact in it. It's like, that's not how
Okay,
this works.
mine is because I like every time I'm like, that's not what my first thought is on the podcast. I'm just like, you know what, let's think about content and different talking topics, and then it comes to the obvious fact. I'm like, fuck, I gotta search something up now. And either
I mean,
I
if you
search
have to
something up.
research it, it's not an obvious fact.
You know what? He makes a good point.
That's true.
It's an obscure fact.
That's true.
This is,
this
he's
is not-
definitionally right, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
That's
stating the
true.
obscure, guys. It's not. Okay, well, honestly, Bugs fact. I think Noah's had probably the best obvious fact of all time. I can't remember what it is, but I feel like I remember just one that was like very, very
Oh,
good.
it was like
Yeah.
Bravo was never used unironically.
No,
Yeah, something like
that. It
You've
wasn't
had a
that.
few.
It
You've
wasn't
had a
that.
few.
Yeah,
It
was
always had a
something-
couple.
Yeah.
It always come out swinging.
Um,
You see how when Puck was like, the quality of facts has been
It's
going
because
down, and he's
Noah
like,
hasn't
PJ and
been swinging
Cobb kind of
recently.
suck ass.
No,
Yeah,
I feel
Noah's
like,
just-
I feel like
Stays
if
himself
the
in the
quality
whole
was
thing. He
ever
just
high,
asks
it
people
was
the
just
question.
because.
Yeah, I'm immune.
Yeah.
I'm immune.
Yeah,
Gwen is
I mean,
weird.
I am Gwen. Okay, Cobb, redeem yourself.
Let's see. Yeah, now the pressure's on, but
No,
This is-
Cobb, you have to answer now.
yeah. So this is what I found out. I didn't find this out, but I realized this is how expensive everything is on a college campus compared to just the same exact product outside. I mean,
Cobb, you haven't been
it's
out of
like a
college for
20
that
or
long.
30% markup. Yeah, I can't even.
I mean,
It
you
made
gotta
me so
like.
angry.
Actually,
when I
I don't know how
realized
true
this.
that is. Like
It's
if you go around
100%
UT,
true. If you go to the Chick-fil-A on UTD campus versus the Chick-fil-A that's like 5 minutes down the street, it is like $2 or $3 cheaper to get the same thing.
I mean, those chickens
Okay.
are college educated. And you gotta pay them higher wages.
I guess
I
that's
guess
probably
so.
true.
Yeah, I think this is specifically for restaurants. I guess maybe not for everything. Maybe it's not that high for everything, but specifically for restaurants. Like that first week, I wanted to figure out my schedule, so I was like, oh, I'll just buy lunch on campus for that first week. I knew it cost me so much. So the second week and third week, I'm like, I'm just bringing something from home. But that first week, I didn't realize it would be that expensive. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't
That
know
is my
actually.
obvious fact.
Like I feel like at least that might just be because UTD is in the middle of nowhere. Not really, but like
Not really.
kinda
There's a
far
lot
out.
there's a lot of restaurants and like businesses around there.
Yeah, what do you define as
it's
middle
not.
of
It's
nowhere?
not in the middle. It's not actually in the middle
Yeah,
of it.
it's
But like
for
for UT,
suburbs.
like UT is like downtown Austin, right? So like it's not really like they can overcharge you that much because you could just go like walk 2 minutes and then like find somewhere else. So I think for at least for UT, like it's not too much of a markup.
There's definitely a markup
Cobb,
at UT.
I feel like there maybe for Chick-fil-A, but like I think generally, like unless you're shopping at like the like marketplace or like
no, like in the
a few
student
specific
union,
spots.
the student union, all of those
Yeah.
restaurants charge more than
no, like
they do
Moe's
outside.
is pretty cheap. I think the price
Yeah, but
that
I'm
you pay at
talking
like the
about
Indian
comparing-
place there.
The like the Indian place is like decent, but the what's that called? Firehouse Subs, the Chick-fil-A, the Panda Express, and the Moe's. They
I feel
all
like those are
charge
normal
more.
prices.
No. They all charge more than if you went outside because we did that. For one day we had to go out like as part of like our orientation with our team. We had to like go off campus and we went to the same restaurant and it was like $2 or $3 cheaper.
Okay, but I mean, most people in Dallas like have a car to begin with, so
Yeah, but
I
I'm
think
just saying. I didn't realize how much more it was. That's why it's
yeah,
obvious.
I'm kind of with Buck. Like I haven't noticed. Okay, so my obvious
It
fact.
is true.
this is
Like
the
I mean,
finish.
Noah and I Noah commented on this.
I mean,
when we
like,
were
yeah,
talking
Cobb
the
showed
other
up
day,
at one point with like a fucking $7 PB&J sandwich or some shit.
It wasn't $7. It was
Well,
like
like, how much was it? Like
yeah.
$5?
It was like $3.
For like
Yeah. I
two
know.
slices of bread in like a minimal amount of peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're paying for the convenience.
Yeah,
Inherently.
I guess that's what you're paying for. True. But,
But my obvious fact
yes,
is
just
that
tell me.
it's obvious to me at least, probably not obvious to everyone else, but I am not in Dallas anymore. I have moved to Illinois, specifically Champaign, for grad school. So I am currently at
Just how's the
UIUC.
ping when you play League? Because aren't the servers in Chicago?
Oh, that is true.
Really?
I don't know. Honestly,
Yeah.
low key, I've been playing with Ethernet. My games have been very, very smooth.
What you
Mm.
did?
I will
what we
say
were playing
it
yesterday,
feels
you
better
just
here.
DC'd.
Other than the one DC, my games have been very smooth. Like when it's not DCing, I'm getting hella frames and I'm getting very, very low ping.
I don't know if the frames would change.
Yeah.
Yeah, frames shouldn't change.
I don't know. The frames are.
You said you were
the frames,
lagging a bit though, like last time we played. You said you were
Okay,
lagging.
but even like when I played in Dallas, I was lagging. Like it's
okay.
just
Yeah, fair.
perennial problems. Also, I'm playing on a MacBook. Like, be so for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, at UIUC, I will say this: I have not noticed the prices be any different,
Really?
like than just regularly what you would pay. Like the Chipotle is still like $8, and Taco Bell is like it's a bit pricier, like 40-ish cents. But that's just how it is in like this Champaign area everywhere in the city. Also, there's a map of of all the Taco Bells in the nation,
Oh,
and
Jit
then
has framed
the
this map and hung it up on his wall.
and then the relative like prices of like all of them. So like the red ones, it'll be like color coded. So like the red ones are like the more expensive Taco Bells, and like the greener ones are the cheaper ones. And
Is there any difference between them, or like are some of them cleaner?
no,
or,
they're all
like,
the same food and
all the same,
everything. But
yeah.
like a $5 like cravings box or whatever in one place may not just be $5. Like in California, that box is probably like $8.
Oh, it's a national map.
Yeah, and like
Okay.
for a Mexican pizza in Dallas, I think it's like $4 and something, like 79 cents, 50 cents. I don't know. Here it's like $5.50. So it's there is increase in price, but we pay.
How has
It's
UIUC
college.
been?
It has been quite good actually. This campus is it's a real college campus compared to UTD, which is I'm not shitting on UTD. I went to UTD for 4 years. I like UTD, but this is just like they have an ice skating ring on campus. They have a bowling alley in like their Illini Union. Like
Damn.
it's just it's pretty cracked, dude. Like I can't. They have an armory
What?
with like
What?
real. They have an armory,
What?
like an armory, like with like weapons.
For what
It feels
purpose?
like Camp Half Blood, like from
What the
Pokemon
fuck?
Legends.
You could just like
Yeah, I
walk
don't
into
think
the
that's
armory
a
and be
normal
like,
college campus thing. Yeah.
like blacksmith, I desire a sword, and like they just like
I
give
like-
it to you.
Look, I don't know. I've never been to the armory, but they have an armory. They have like an astronomy like tower and like a telescope thing. They just have a lot of stuff.
That's wild.
But yeah, it's been nice. Yeah.
How's the
What's up?
living situation, Jit? How's your apartment?
I live right above the Taco Bell. I feel like I've definitely mentioned this before, but I live right above the Taco Bell. On like the main street
Oh,
with
man.
all the food. Like you know
Ideal.
Guadalupe Street at UT Buck?
And you take.
Yeah.
UT. Yeah, it's like I don't even think that's very central to the campus. I don't know how far it is from.
No, it's like right next to campus.
It is? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
basically the same thing. Like I'm living on that street. So
Very nice.
it's very convenient to get to my classes. Everything's like a 5-10 minute walk.
Nice.
And it's
What's
like
your
a pretty
rent?
walk. My rent is like $840.
The fuck?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's
Okay.
not bad, and I get my own bathroom.
Damn. Okay. Okay.
So
Own
so,
bathroom,
yeah,
Taco
it's-
Bell, like shit.
Yo, shit.
It's a-
Yeah,
it's a-
Jit would pay the Taco Bell
That's
for
right.
you.
One
Like,
necessitates the other, Noah.
That's true. That is true.
Very real. These are facts, but
Damn.
yeah, I don't know. It's been good ever since.
How many
I've
times
come
have you
here.
been to the
And
Taco Bell?
too many times, dude. I've already been talking. I ate Taco Bell 3 times yesterday. Like, no, we're not gonna talk about it. Like literally, I got up in the morning. I was like, I had some rewards, so I claimed my rewards. I got some free Taco Bell in the morning, and then before like we went out in the evening, I got some Taco Bell, and we came back, and I had bought so much Taco Bell from this time to the next time that I had another reward. So then I used the reward.
Oh my god.
And then I had leftover Taco Bell from last night, so I ate a burrito this morning that I had.
Are you like one of the top 10 Taco Bell customers in the nation or something?
Probably of
This
all
was
time,
gonna
dude.
come back to Dallas like 50% Chalupa by weight.
I don't know.
Do they even have
Low-key,
vegetarian
my metabolism
chalupa?
be saving me. They have veggie chalupas.
Yes, it.
But your order is always the Mexican pizza, right?
I love the Mexican
Oh my
pizza, dude.
God.
Ah. I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. It's my favorite thing on the entire menu. But now I've also been getting more Chipotle because it's the Taco Bell here, the prices are more expensive, like I mentioned. So getting Chipotle is like way more value for your money. Because it comes for like 2 meals basically if you're not too hungry.
How's your classes been? I mean, you are a master's student. You are
Yeah,
mastering.
classes. I am mastering the computer science.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, very good.
CS classes have been good. I've been taking some interesting classes like advanced natural language processing. So like we literally use ChatGPT as like a lesson one day in class, and like we do all the fun stuff about like learning how it works and how the prompting internally works, and then
So you
we get to do some research
Can you build
later.
one now? Or
I mean, the thing is, this is the issue with all CS research right now is that there's not enough compute power to fund it, right? Like the people at OpenAI, they just have so much money and resources that they can just build these humongous fucking LLMs. But
Like, can you give us
Like,
like
it's
an
hard
idea
to
of
do
like
that.
scope? Like, I feel like compute is kind of like thrown around a lot, but like, how much are we talking about?
for ChatGPT, they're trading, I think, now on like 1 trillion parameters or something.
Yeah.
Like,
What the
I
fuck?
mean, these trains cost millions of dollars
I didn't
to.
realize it was
to happen.
Millions. I mean, trillions.
I
Yeah.
think last I heard, GPT was at 300 billion parameters, but like these trains are so expensive and they're so far out of reach for
yeah.
like
It's-
even academia at this point.
Yeah, like very few of my professors even that are doing research, like they're still like fiending for like basically just compute power.
That's
like,
insane.
Just for a gig.
It's crazy now, especially because like if you're not a part of a corporation, right? Like the money of academia can only take you so far, right? Like corporations just have way more money to throw around to do this stuff. So I think like the ideal position would be doing ML research, but not in academia, but like as a part of OpenAI.
Yeah.
That would be like
do
the
companies
best
do
way.
a lot of the research, or is it?
I mean, it depends, right? Like on the company. Like OpenAI
Okay.
obviously will, but like
Google.
Microsoft will. I know Microsoft will. Google will, because Google has their own like ChatGPT thing. I forgot what it's called.
Bard.
Pilot or something.
Oh, yeah.
Bard,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my classes are just like your regular CS classes. I'm just taking like Automata Theory 2, which sounds stupid, but like it's a hard class. And then like I'm also just taking law and policy and computer science because you have to take one free elective, and I was like, this seems interesting, and it's
very
only
good.
offered this. It's only offered this semester, so I was like, why not?
The policy debate.
I mean, yeah, we get to like review law cases and stuff. I think there was like this one case of like this lawyer who he asked ChatGPT like
Yeah, and they made up cases,
for,
right?
for his defendant. Yeah.
Yeah.
He asked like, oh, are there any cases that say this, like that he can use as like proven history that they can throw the case out or whatever. And so then ChatGPT was like, oh, there's this case, blah, 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 and gave him all these details about this case. And then he like gave it to the judge. And so the opposition, they like tried to find this case, and they're like, we can't find it. Like, can they provide us the case information things? And then he went and tried to find it, and he did not have it. And then the judge was like, did you use ChatGPT as your sole thing? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, this case doesn't exist. And then I think he's like obviously they lost. And I think now he is on the ropes to like get disbarred.
No, see, if he was smart, he would just like kept like pushing the other contention and just ignored that and just hope the judge didn't call for evidence.
Or he would have pulled the Noah, and then when they call for evidence, just quickly type it up.
Noah, do you want to share that story?
No.
Dumbass.
Remember the NCAA thing?
Hey, I didn't type shit, okay? Like,
Okay.
I didn't make that shit up. I just like found something that was like vaguely related.
He said something, they didn't have the car, and then they just found something online that was like vaguely representative of what they
It's
actually
vaguely
did.
similar. We gave it to the judge. They were like,
Oh, I remember. You guys.
so our
like, the judge was
opponents.
like,
what
the
is
fuck you
Cinco
guys-
Roundtree?
Wait,
Not
was
Cinco
Not
Roundtree.
Cinco Roundtree. No, not Cinco
Cinco
Roundtree. What the fuck am I? What the fuck am I saying?
Cinco
It
Ranch
was
TR.
those annoying motherfuckers. Cinco Ranch, right? Cinco Ranch TR. Okay, Cinco Ranch TR. They were like, they told the judge, they were like, call for this card. It doesn't say what they say it says.
They didn't.
And we were like, yeah. Like, I was like, I know it doesn't. Like, I don't know where the fuck Noah got this evidence. And Noah was like, bro, he stalled. I like stalled for 5 minutes. I just started like making conversation with the judge while Noah like desperately tried to find this card at the end of the round. He could not find it. He showed him some card about like cheerleaders and like football players on the college.
It wasn't even the right sport. They were like the card they were talking about was talking about basketball.
Yeah, I don't know. We showed it to him, and the judge was like, "It says what they say it says," and then we won the round. Amazing.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a common problem with like ChatGPT in general. Is like it just makes up like articles and like research and stuff. Right?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
actually called like hallucination.
Yeah.
And like that's the research I'm doing as a part of the class is like how to figure out how to like minimize the hallucinations that ChatGPT and different like models come up with.
Yeah. I went to this conference thing, and one of the
Oh,
people
yeah.
talking was this researcher at Anthropic, and they're like an LLM research thingy. And one of the things he talked about was like how to stop it from hallucinating. And apparently, for LLMs, literally just asking like, please don't make it up. Or, like, please say if you don't know the answer is very effective in stopping hallucinations when you're prompt engineering. Which I think is the funniest thing ever. Just like, please don't lie to me. It's like, yes, sir.
I will not anymore. Well, no, it's because I think the value system behind it is almost that it would rather lie to you than disappoint you. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
whenever you gaslight it, like, it's so easy to gaslight. It's like, I'm so sorry that I did this. Like, I tried to fix it. Is it okay now, Dad? And like, it's so desperate for like the validation
God,
of
it's
doing it correctly.
Literally, our like collective humanity's children just like, oh my god, we're traumatizing them.
Actually,
They're gonna grow up with like fucking depression and anxiety.
yeah, that's funny. I didn't know that was that effective of a way to do it when you're engineering the problem. Ideally, right, we make them so that they don't just like lie to you, but I think we're still a little bit away from that.
Everything I hear about LLMs just reminds me more and more of like small children. Like I've got a tutoring job now, and like some of like the small kids will just like tell me like these like random ass stories, and like half of them are just completely made up. And like I don't know, it's like not like I think like halfway like their memory just like isn't good enough for them to distinguish like fact from fiction, so they just like fill in the blanks and just like make shit up.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're kids.
Yeah.
Isn't ChatGPT really good at like language stuff, like rewriting things, right? And like making stuff sound good? Is that what it's like super good at, or like what's like its best function?
I wouldn't say it has like a best function. That is definitely something that it's very, very adept at. It is like there's a big long like list of different ways you can prompt engineer it to write in very certain ways. But I think like it's just better at some things than other things because other things are just harder. Like writing very good code is harder than just rewriting like a paragraph to sound fancier.
Yeah, that's
You know,
fair enough.
one thing that is really interesting that I'm actually trying to use LLM for right now is labeling data sets. Because like it's such like a common
How's that
problem.
working? Yeah.
What?
No, how's that like working?
I haven't started it yet, but and like it's just such a common problem where you have like unlabeled data sets where you can't do anything. But like with like LLMs, you have such a quick way to pretty accurately just label stuff, and then you can train smaller models to learn the stuff from the bigger models.
Are you gonna like just ask it politely to
That's
not
so
fuck it up?
Yeah.
You need to remember to
Hopefully,
say
hopefully it
that.
doesn't.
Please label these things correctly. Do not lie. Ideally.
Lying is bad.
Do not just make up a label if you don't know.
It's okay to ask for help. It's all right, buddy. I'm always going to be proud of you, sport.
I love that that's the solution. It's just say please. Please don't do this.
Love ChatGPT. Have
Man.
you guys gaslit ChatGPT yet?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Mm.
It's so fun.
It is really
favorite
fun.
pastime. Just putting
I
it
know.
up,
You just, like,
gaslighting.
it like tells you something that's obviously right, and you're like, that's wrong. And then it tells you something else that's wrong, and it's like, yeah, it's right. It's like, okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna give ChatGPT depression. Like it can't. It's literally just a fucking model, but we're gonna
Its
give
first emotion.
its first emotion by gaslighting it all the time. Yeah. Anyways, I will say though, at UIUC here, I've tried not to eat out too much at Taco Bell. I will do some meal prepping. I'll make like paneer, palak paneer, veggie paneer, a lot of paneers, chana masala. Not masala,
How's that
but
working
just
out for you?
chana.
Like meal prepping?
It's good. What I do is I make like in these humongous like pans. I don't know. I call them patrons, but like whatever the English word is, you just make all the food in there, and it lasts like a week and a half.
Very good.
And you just like refrigerate it and heat it up whenever you want to eat. So I think it's a good system. I know some people like to meal prep. Like they'll make all the food and then they'll put it in separate containers, right, for like 7 days or like the week or something, and then they'll heat up just like the containers.
Yeah.
But
I just put mine in a
know.
big container and then like spoon it out into a smaller one.
yeah, I think that's the better way.
Yeah.
How about you, Noah? Are you meal prep?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna try my hand at a vegetable biryani later today after we finish this podcast. So that may be
Ooh.
good or it might be disastrous. We'll see.
We can
Well,
post it on,
putting
we
it
can,
in.
we can post it
Yeah.
on Instagram. No.
Just like the normal shit, you know, like potatoes, carrots, like peas, onions, like whatever I have, like kind of lying around. Like it's nothing specific.
No, it's
What
already
kinda-
a true Indian chef.
Yep.
I feel like
He's-
he
he's
has
already
to be a
mastered
bit
the
more
way.
brown. like he's hung out with just brown people for how long now? Like fucking
All my
forever.
life.
so, granted, we are not like the brownest group of people.
True. I also
We're-
haven't
we're-
like
we're not
absorbed
from
a lot of
India.
Indian culture from you guys, quite frankly.
No, that was like I'm not brown because of you.
Yeah,
It's all
you
y'all's
failed me.
fault.
Like,
It's okay.
how many Bollywood
No
movies
one.
have you forced me to watch?
Not enough.
Exactly.
actually.
Exactly. What are you doing?
That's true. We'll watch some Bollywood movies. Pranay, Cobb. Cobb, do you go to Garba?
No.
Okay. Pranay, do you go to Garba?
I actually don't.
Buck, do you?
No,
Say yes,
of course
Buck.
not. Yeah,
Okay.
who do you think I am? Tom, what do you
This
do
is-
for food?
What do you mean? What do I do for food?
Like, do you ever cook? Do you like? Cause you live at home.
Wait, you're
right
just
now,
at
right?
home now,
So-
right?
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah. So do you just eat whatever?
Yeah.
Just home food.
Just
Mom's food.
Yeah.
Mom's spaghetti,
No, I just said mom's food.
and I said mom's spaghetti.
But there's vomit on your sweater. Alright.
Cub's palms are sweaty.
Knees weak.
Or spaghetti?
I will say for me, what I've been cooking has actually changed since college. I feel like I'm making a lot more Indian than I used to, or Indian food than I used to.
Very good. What do you
Wow.
make, Pranay?
I don't know. I don't really
There's
know.
two reactions
It's
to
like
this.
it
No,
just,
but
two
it's,
very
it's a very
different-
bizarre thing, right? Like, why would you start making? Yeah.
Well, it's not start. It's just that I feel like making large batches of like it's easier for me to eat like Indian food more often when I'm meal prepping when I make large batches than it is other times. Like I get bored of it less easy because my main problem is like I get bored of stuff so easily and then I get really demotivated if I'm eating like if my food is like not like
That's true.
good.
Your
I don't
food
think
must
I
be
like eat, like,
intellectually challenging.
Random stuff. Yeah.
So like out of all the cuisines, it's probably just because I've been growing up eating it. Like it's the one that I get least bored of.
What?
Noah's gonna eat like a dolphin.
Okay.
What the hell?
His food must be intellectual. Wow. He needs to eat a smart animal. He can't eat like stupid animals.
True. Yeah, the more intelligent the animal, the more I want to eat it.
Hmm.
Pug, do you meal prep? Do you cook?
Well, no, not really. I mean, the thing is, like, I get lunch at work, and a lot of times I can just take home food from work for dinner. So like there really
So-
isn't much. And the thing is like it's even hard to get groceries and stuff because a lot of the times I
Really?
just won't use them because
Oh.
I'm just getting food from work. And so like meal
Mm.
prepping, all this stuff is so much more difficult. Like I'd be so much more responsible if I just had to make my own lunch. Because then I'd be forced to meal prep and like cook every day or
Do
something.
they just give you free food?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, to be honest, like me, like why the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why would you?
You
Like,
just get,
honestly,
I guess,
like,
just get
if
like
this-
breakfast food and just chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get some breakfast food, like cereal.
Yeah, but that's
Whatever,
pretty much
oats.
what I do.
Yeah. What do you do on the weekend?
Either eat out or like eat some like really quick stuff. Like I'll just like cook a chicken breast, like have some rice, just stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it's too intense because then you just go back to Monday and then
Yeah.
you're just eating,
It's like I
eating
got
at
2
the
days
office.
where I like don't eat like great food, and then 5 days a week I'm eating nice.
Is the food very good there? Like, what do you get?
I mean,
at
they
work?
like just like get stuff from restaurants, so
That's crazy.
shit.
Okay.
yeah. So it's just like nice.
Why is like the amount of free food you can get like an inverse bell curve with your income level? Like you can be really poor and get a lot of free food, or you can be really
True.
rich and get a lot of free food. But I'm just stuck in the middle where I have to pay for everything.
That's actually so funny. That's so easy. Noah,
What?
updates, Noah.
Updates. What do you want updates on? I'm going to UTD
What's your
now.
schedule, Noah?
My
What's your
schedule
schedule?
You
is
complain left and
fucking garbage, bro. Like, okay, it's better now, but the way it worked for like the last few weeks was, I went to school at like I had to leave at like 8:30 to get to class, and then I'd be at UTD until like 4 or 5, and then I'd have to drive straight to work, and I have to like work like at this like tutoring center until 8. I'm gonna try and avoid swearing when I talk about my job, just in case like somehow my bosses hear this podcast. It's a great work environment, by the way.
You're already not doing yourself favors.
Um,
that did not do you any favors right there.
Look, I'm a responsible employee. I love working and receiving money. Please continue adding money to my bank account.
Noah loves his job for the right reasons.
How much do
Yeah.
they pay?
Yes.
$15 an hour.
Hey, that's more than TAs make.
True.
So
TA depression.
True.
Cries in TA.
Yeah, but like anyways, so like I've been like working until like 8 o'clock like daily. Plus Saturday mornings I have to work from like 9 to like 2:30. So yeah, I've just been suffering for like the last few weeks, but I was able to like get my hours cut. So like I dropped Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, so I only have to work those ridiculous hours on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Oh,
how's
very
your
nice.
homework? Like, do you have a lot, or is
Uh,
it pretty chill?
It's chill. Like I have a lot of reading. I mean, I don't technically have to do all of it because like a lot of the quizzes are pretty like easy, but like I try to do it anyways because like it kind of feels like if I'm just doing the bare minimum and skimming this shit, like what the fuck am I doing taking these classes anyways? I'm barely getting anything out of it except for credits. So I might as well try to learn something.
Feel that applies to some classes, but not to others.
Yeah. So it's been a time. I went from like having very little to do to having a lot to do. Like the idea of free time now is a foreign concept.
Yeah. What else do you have to do now?
There's something very big on the schedule that you have to do.
What?
Look at the planning document. Huh? What is big that you have to do?
I don't see anything.
I see something very large here.
I don't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Chip, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about, Kyle.
Oh, okay. Can you explain to Noah for
you
me?
know, like I see NYU classes, Thomas Sargent and CAB and Chicago Fed.
That's
That sounds
all
like
I
an
see.
interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds like an
Yeah,
interesting
I
topic. Hey,
see.
Pranay, what's up at the
I see
Chicago
only
Fed?
one thing here.
What's up at the
Pranay,
Chicago
no.
Fed, Pranay? You haven't
No,
talked in a
Pranay.
while.
Pranay, transition it back. Pranay.
Hey,
Pranay,
hey,
transition it
hey,
back.
Pranay, hey,
Pranay.
Pranay.
But updates for me, I've been spending a lot of time with my girlfriend.
I swear to God, Renee, I'll beat your ass.
Wait, who else has a
Listen.
girlfriend? Does anyone else have a girlfriend here? Is it just PJ?
I don't think
PJ
so.
can't be the only single one.
Only one.
Yeah.
The only one
No
who's not
way.
single,
He's
right?
the
It
only
has
one.
to be someone else.
He's
There's
the
no
only one
way.
with a girlfriend.
I think statistically, it's like 40% of 22-year-old like guys,
No, I'm
or
gonna clip
22
that. We're gonna
23
clip
year old
that, bro.
guys have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
So
I've
40%,
heard
there
this
must be one
statistic
more
too.
person.
I don't know
Yeah,
what you're
40%.
talking about.
This
Yeah.
MK has the statistics.
I
Statistics.
I
am
do many
a
statistics.
celibate monk. I have sworn an oath to like never know the touch of a woman. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, what? I know that's categorically false. I know that's categorically false in more than one way, though. Let's be so for real. Be so for real, though. And look at me in the eyes, though. I know you can't see me, but look at me in the eyes.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have nothing more to add for my life.
You want me to add it for you?
Nah, I'm okay.
Yeah. We're gonna add
No,
it.
I'm
he
good.
does, he
I'm
does.
good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I think
Don't
we're
worry
adding
about it. Don't worry about
I
it.
would formally like to announce
Uh-huh.
that Noah Seichi Ogata has obtained a woman.
Okay, don't say it like that. Jesus.
You were saying the obvious. We condemn slavery in all of its forms.
Okay, fuck. Okay, Noah has a girlfriend, guys. In short, Noah has a girlfriend.
Very nice.
Yep.
This has been a long time coming too, Noah.
Yep.
True.
It's been a minute.
It's kind of wild. Like I legitimately was not planning it out, despite allegations on the contrary.
Uh-huh.
It just kind of worked out like that. But yeah,
So you're gonna
Yeah,
give any
just-
more elaboration?
I'm
any
gonna
more
give some context.
No,
I'm gonna
I'm
give some
good. I'm
context.
good.
Is what I'm gonna
I'm
do.
good. No, that's okay.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
gonna
just,
give some
I
just
think-
you give context, and I'll just play Noah's part.
I,
Because Noah's
think
clearly
our,
not willing
I
to
think
go.
our
Yeah,
loyal
let's do that.
listenership would
I
rather
like
us talk
this.
about more important things like the
Let's do
state of
this.
the economy.
Okay. Anyway, so this started. No, correct me. This was in 8th grade, right? Or was it
Yeah,
in 6th?
8th grade.
It was 8th. Okay, 8th grade. So, taking us back to 8th grade, Rice Middle School. Okay, Noah Seichi
Seichi.
Ogata has
Yeah.
developed a crush. Oh, Noah has a crush. How cute. And then, what happened next? No one would guess. His crush had liked him back. Then what proceeded to happen? Any two 8th graders, right, in their right mind, they're gonna go out. And for a fat minute, they did. They did go out, but it was only for a minute. Sorry,
Quite
no.
literally.
Yeah, how long was it? Is it a week, Noah?
Yeah, it was a week. Sorry, I forgot I was Noah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it was a week.
This is
And then
heartbreaking. But yeah.
After
go
that
on.
week, Noah was devastated. She wasn't ready yet for a relationship. He was heartbroken. How did that make you feel, Noah?
Noah?
Oh yeah, sorry. I was sad.
Very sad. Extremely sad. But life goes on. And so they remained friends. Can we name drop Noah? Can we just add a name to all this?
We can make
no.
up a name. We can make up a name.
Can we make up a name?
Ah,
Make up a name?
yeah. We with the classic.
Yeah, the classics. Make up a name, Jit.
You gotta take a fruit.
Make a fruit. What is a fruit? Give me a
Apple.
Strawberries.
Strawberries. All right, so we have strawberries and we have Noah. Okay, so strawberries and Noah decided to stay friends. Stay friends for a while, and they were good friends. Okay, so it wasn't too weird. It
And
wasn't
it
like
was a
that thing in
legitimate
middle school
friendship.
and high school.
Yeah.
They were truly friends with no other intent, as Noah claims. Although I think Noah still was like down bad, but whatever. And then the friends for a while. Keep in mind, this is 8th grade, so all of high school happened, all of college happened. So 8 years basically, till today.
Until today.
And then a little thing happened.
Just a little thing.
Do you think it's because of the trip, Noah, that you took down there?
Oh yeah, definitely. All because of that trip. What trip were we talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah,
The
Austin,
trip.
Austin.
You know.
Oh
the
yeah,
trip.
Austin. Oh yeah, trip to Austin. Yeah.
Yeah. Noah took a little trip to Austin, helped Strawberry move out, and you know, they got. I mean, they were already really good friends at this point, but they got even closer. And then I don't know, Noah, he like texts me one day, and he's just like, I think he mentions it so casually. I think we're playing like Arena or something. I forgot when Noah told me. I think we were just in Discord. And then Noah just told me. He was like, I've obtained, or we won't say that. He says, I am now dating Strawberry.
Okay, real note. Actually, real question. Did you like explicitly ask her out, or what happened?
No comment.
Noah
Okay,
asks
I'll tell the
himself.
story. Wait, can I at least, Noah, just don't say anything if you give me permission to tell the story about how that went down. Okay, I have
Alright,
permission, guys.
alright.
Guys, I have permission. I have permission. This is not how consent works for other things, guys. Just so you know, this is an exception.
This
is not how
stating the
consent normally
obvious
works.
consent.
Okay, yeah, that's how that works. So Noah, Strawberry, now both in Dallas. You know, Noah's still like, I guess Noah's still feeling it after all this time. Something about, you know, the little spark back then in 8th grade, spark back here now. And then they were hanging out on like a park bench, I think.
Oh shit.
Something to do with a bench, okay? And then Noah finally, he manned up, tucked it in, and he said, you know, I like you. It was more than just friends. He told her. He confessed, as you would say in middle school and like high school. I'm gonna confess, and he confessed, and it went well for him. She was also like, yeah, I fuck with you, heavy. I don't know if those were exact words, but that's basically what she said. And then they're like, okay, let's get it started in here. And then they started going out. But yeah, Noah just confessed, and then she rocked with it. Right, Noah?
I would like to leave this plane of existence. I no longer
good
vibe
story.
with this universe.
And become a head on a Roomba?
Please. Get me
No,
out.
you need to be more excited.
Get me out. I
Look,
don't want to be
you
here
need
anymore.
you need 4 votes to FF. Who's FFing?
I
Noah's
vote to
FFing.
FF.
Okay, who else is FFing?
I hear nothing.
Oh my
I
god.
also don't really hear
I
much.
swear to God, man, I'm getting fucking trolled, man. God damn it.
Noah's going through.
Can we?
Noah went through the 5 stages.
Can we
of
just like
fucking grief
move
just
on,
now.
please?
PJ, how are these NYU classes going?
Okay, I started them.
Oh, really?
I did, yes, I have started these classes. And actually, it is for a PhD class, relative to what I have taken before in terms of PhD classes. It is going a lot better. I've only taken 2
Very nice.
classes so far, but the class I took before was just like each class we'd go through. It was 2 hours, and we'd go through like 70 slides of just like pure theorems and proofs, and it was not good. But this one though is with a Nobel laureate. Thomas Sargent is his name, and it's going pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
We haven't had any homeworks yet, so I don't know in that sense. But it's a PhD macroeconomics class. I think I've mentioned this before. And I don't know what else to mention other than it was interesting because like I feel like having a homework gives you a lot of structure to your week. Also, on one hand, I'm actually not looking forward to it because like I've been enjoying working on my own stuff or just doing my own things. But like on the other hand, it's kind of interesting because college like gives you in a lot of structure to your life just inherently. and homework does the same. So we'll see how it goes. I might be struggling a lot more in a week once it comes out, and like fucking it takes like months to do or some shit.
So how is the economy, Pranay?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot
Is
of
it
shit.
really a
at the
good
Fed.
question?
Yeah, I've learned a lot about
Is it
how
really
shit
that good
happens
of a
at the Fed.
question?
How shit happens at the Fed. And
Okay, tell us something you like learned recently.
like learn
Like something that you learned at the Fed, like about
Like
the
how the
actual
Fed
economy.
works
Something.
and stuff like that.
they're very like each of the branches are very interconnected.
So?
In the sense, so like before I thought each branch like manages their own economy, and like only the big branch in DC is the one that like fucking deals with like national policy stuff. But no, it's every branch deals with national policy stuff, and they just like take turns.
Okay, but money, Pranay. How do I make more money?
Yeah, what
You
should I
gotta
be
rob.
investing
You
in?
just gotta rob a bank.
Okay, guys, let's get on it.
That's basically, yeah. I can't invest in any banks actually myself.
What?
That's tough.
Yeah,
Conflict of interest.
I'm not allowed to. It's illegal for me to.
What are
invest
you
in
allowed to
banks.
like invest in? Like, where do you put your
anything
money?
but banks. Anything but banks.
Really?
It
Yeah.
it is kind of crazy that you're allowed to like buy stuff or
Oh,
like
yeah,
just
there is like
buy
I feel like
any or trade at all when you work at the
'cause
Fed.
I actually deal with a lot of sensitive data, and there's some things I can't say, some things I can say, but like I think it's like I am allowed to say I do manage some data releases, and I can't say which data releases I don't think, but like fucking it's crazy to me that like because I'm like so low, they like on one hand I think it's really interesting because like since my salary isn't enough to the point where I can be considered for a blackout period where I can't invest in shit, because they just don't want to pay like RAs who are only going to stay for 2 years that much. But on the other hand, I do deal with like things I consider can be sensitive, like
You're
before
just
they're
too
released
poor
to the
to game the
public.
system.
Yeah, I guess that's what they think. They're just like, I don't give a shit if this guy buys a bunch of stuff. He's just like, he's gonna make like $10 at most from that investment. But yeah,
Yeah. So,
But I'm actually really surprised that they don't have like all Fed employees required to just if they want to invest, just put it in some blind.
I will say we have to. I think I've heard about this. I've never tried it because I haven't like made any new investments since. I think there is a like an automated like system thing where I have to like before I make an investment, I have to say like I have to put it into this system and just be like, yo, can I make this investment? And we'll say yes or no. And then I just
would you trust ChatGPT with your investments?
I do not know. I do
But
not
if you ask it
know. I do not
nicely-
He
think
starts
so.
making up stocks.
Yeah.
Starts making up stuff.
Please do not make up stocks.
Yeah, but if you ask it nicely, I
Exactly.
don't know.
Please try to make me money, ChatGPT. Do not lose money for me. So, like, what is this, like, cutting edge macro research you are
Yeah,
doing?
that is one thing I want to say. Like, in college, or even in high
I
school,
do know college.
I think like a lot of when I was thinking about econ research, this is one thing I also learned. I have learned recently about what econ is like, or like econ in academia is like. A lot of the research we think about is very just like someone asks some question of like, does this variable affect this other variable? Is there some sort of causal relationship between the two? And a lot of economics is like they're not good at like building prediction models, but they've developed a lot of the groundwork for like how to determine if there's a causal like relationship between two things. But that a lot of that is like in microeconomics academia. Macroeconomics academia is actually very computational. Like all people do are just like fucking like when they build these big ass models of like I try to predict this effect in the economy or some shit. It's like they have to make a lot of, because the computers are not at the place that they are right now. Like just said in the research, they're like when you want to imbue a lot of variables inside and make the model more realistic, you can't really do it just because you don't have the computational ability to do so. So a lot of the macro research is like, how do you make like the least amount of assumptions to solve these big ass models, and just how you can make computational techniques to make like estimating and solving models a lot easier, which is very CSE and very ML-y, like inherently.
I feel like this is true in like all social science, quite frankly. Well, maybe not all,
Yeah.
but like most social
Not
science.
a lot. Yeah.
Because like it's kind of the same thing in poli-sci. Like basically like 90% of the research so far is just like junk studies where they just like toss like some variables into like a linear regression model and just like try to find like p less than like 0.5 or whatever,
P less than 0.5.
0.05 whatever.
0.5.
Like whatever, like some bullshit. Like I don't even remember.
Guys, I have determined that a coin will always flip heads.
Yeah. But like I don't know, like I think like the only way to do like any like actual research is with like ML, because like you can't like set up just like experiments like the way they do in like physics or chemistry or whatever, like just to like figure out like how the economy works or like how international conflict works. You can't be like, all right, like America, like we're just gonna try out this experimental economic policy just to see what happens.
I mean, you can.
You can.
Like, just destabilize
Yeah, I mean like
half of Africa,
Yeah.
but you could.
it's fine, they weren't using that half anyways, but like I mean, it's like the only way to like make any actual insights is just to use enormous quantities of data, and the only way to now like analyze that data is with ML. Like you can't do it with like humans. We just are not, built for that.
Cool. You should get on that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
PJ, this is boring. Tell me about your soccer.
Okay, yeah, this is, I guess, another update. My thing is like I gave a little like soapbox spiel a long time ago about my goals for soccer and whatnot.
Yeah, and you talked
New
about
York.
how you were so like your
Oh yeah,
pace
I
was
was so
low.
washed up. My
You're
stamina
garbage,
was fucking
yeah.
like I would just like walk 2 meters and then I'd be fucking out of my breath. But I've been doing a lot of cardio since. Basically, I play at the Fed. We play indoors on Wednesdays. I have a game on Sunday, and then I run on average 2 times a week. But like, it's ideally supposed to be like run a mile Tuesday, Thursday, at least, and then on Wednesday or on Saturday, try to do it a little bit longer. But since then, and like, I feel like right now, more than anything, I'm just like fucking focusing on like physical fitness, which has helped me a lot for soccer. First, like my stamina's a lot higher, so I can actually just like the whole game I can just haul ass, which is not something I thought of. If I thought about that the first game I played, there's no way I would have been even imagining that I would actually get to this level. And then second, like I mentioned the first game I played, people were just like physically like just shoving me around just because I just did not have the physical like effort to, a lot of soccer when we were trying to gain possession or fighting for possession, it's like how you position your body and how you use it in order to make it like harder for them to take possession away for you.
Right.
And so like then I would just like not have the physical ability to like put my body in the place where it needs to be in order to have the advantage when I'm like challenging someone for the ball. But now, like, and I thought like my hypothesis beforehand was like when I started playing in New York was like, I've been working out a lot since last time I played soccer in high school. I I should actually now be a lot better at that than I was in high school. But in the beginning, I just didn't realize how much like effort that takes to just keep that up in the first place. But now, I have the stamina, and like man, it feels incredible to just like when you actually like play really smartly, and you do the right things when positioning your body when you're trying to take a challenge. It just and you actually have the effort and the physical capability to do that. It's like actually just like stealing candy from a child. There's nothing the other person can do, especially when a lot of the teams and people we're playing against, when
They're
they
all
like
Fed employees, right?
no, I'm talking about outside at the Fed
Oh,
too.
the outside game?
Like this
Yeah.
at the Fed
In
too. People are,
Gotham?
yeah, in Gotham, just soccer. At the Fed too, people are like similar level of fitness, if not a little bit better actually, than me.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got like a 60-year-old Fed president just like hauling ass across the field.
Yeah. There's the economists. There are actually a few British economists that are just like, or employees in general that are just, they play really physically. It's incredible. And you actually like at the beginning, when I first came to play at the Fed, I thought, when there are some economists playing, there are a lot of RAs like my age playing. People aren't probably going to be taking it that seriously just because, it's just like casual. After work, you're playing against colleagues. But no, some people go hard.
Are you one of those people now?
It depends who I'm playing as. There's some people who like they like actually playing very physically, and
But if you
they
shattered
come
enough
to the
legs,
Fed
could
to
you
play
like just
physically.
tank our economy? Just like force the entire Fed to go out on sick leave.
I mean, there are a lot of people who don't play, so I don't think I could single-handedly do it. But if Jay Powell ever came into town and you wanted,
body check
you had a
Jay
little bit of
Powell.
extra cash floating around, Noah, then I mean, I could make it happen.
You could.
What about the teams you play against with Gotham? How are they?
Yeah, so there are actually quite a few teams that are really good. And what I found actually interesting enough, that the teams are organized by, like, people are on the same teams as like where they're from. Like there are a lot of British teams. There's one Irish team that's really good. This is the league that just finished. I'm gonna talk like the new league I've just started is with other Fed employees that we have our first game today. Which is going to be very exciting because the team I was on before was very washed up and we had like no strategy whatsoever. But whereas the Fed people actually, a lot of them are really, really obsessed with soccer. And so it's going to be pretty exciting actually.
Very nice.
But the people are actually really good. And now I think more than like physically improving, my goals are just getting better technically. I feel like mentally I'm pretty okay, and my physical state is pretty decent to back up like the plays I want to do mentally. And but like technically, I feel like when I was playing in high school, I never actually practiced soccer myself. Like I never practiced shooting myself or like.
Yeah, practice
Stuff like
shooting
that.
yourself.
Usually you only have to do that once, yeah. What do you mean practice?
Unless you're really bad. Yeah. I guess you're really bad. You
You
need
gotta
to practice.
Like, Jesus Christ, man, how bad is your aim?
But yeah, I think now I just need to get better at technical stuff.
Well, that is fascinating, and I do not care about it at all since I have never played a game of soccer in my life.
You have.
When?
Oh yeah.
We all played soccer one
I
day,
remember
and then you
no
ran
one-
over me.
Oh, yeah.
That was annoying for everyone's legs.
Look, I don't know shit about soccer, okay? I just know you, like, run, and there's a ball.
I've never played a game of soccer in my
Okay,
life.
but would you really call that playing a game of soccer?
Yeah, Noah was trying to shatter legs. He was
Yeah,
treating us
true,
like
true.
we were Powell over here.
My calculation was, like, I don't know how to kick the ball, so, like, I will just, like, body check people, because that's all I can do.
It's the wrong type of football.
Dude, I don't know, man. You invited me, okay?
Yeah, I didn't invite you to come
What did you think was
run
gonna
all
happen?
of us over.
Did you think?
You would just play soccer, like pass
How?
the ball, use your feet.
What? Like what? Like when would I ever have the time to learn how to do that?
You don't have to like go actively spend time learning. You can just do it.
Just was so perplexed.
Like, no, man. Like that's not how I work. I don't kick the ball.
You kick other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He does kick balls, but not those kinds.
That's okay.
Hey.
1v1
Yo,
like
PJ,
online, like on
PJ.
Minecraft. or something.
Yeah.
Have you seen Messi in the MLS? Have you seen the clips of him, PJ?
Yeah, we had a couple of people at work actually also go to his games. And
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck you.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
came up with the best transition
I heard
ever.
your transition.
And you're like, have you seen fucking Messi in the MLS?
But
I
have you seen
swear
some
to
of the
God.
calls he's been getting though? Like, have you seen his? He's so physical, and he doesn't get called for anything. Like,
Okay, whatever, bro. He's literally like 3 feet tall. Just let him hit me. Why? Gob, you transition it. I'm over it.
you know who else is 3 feet tall? Steve.
Who? No, he's not.
He's what? He's actually like 7 feet or something like that, right? He's like
Yeah.
ginormous,
It's like 2 meters, right?
something like that. How tall is Steve? Let's look this up.
How tall is Steve Minecraft?
Minecraft Steve.
He's 6'2".
Jesus. And he's built like a tank. Like he's not like thin 6'2". He's like wide, bro.
He is
like a-
chunky.
Yeah, bro.
Like bro can punch a tree and like take it down with his
Break
bare
it, yeah.
fists.
Well, PJ,
True.
Yeah.
recently PJ and I have started a Minecraft server. We've been trying to get Noah, Jit, and Puck and Cal and all these other people to join, but right now it's just me and PJ.
Look, I'll join
And-
once I'm no longer being like destroyed by work.
Okay, you should, because we made quite a bit of progress. Even in like we played
Yeah.
only for like a couple hours, but we've made quite a bit of progress. I feel
Yeah.
like PJ and I's ability to just, or not ability, but the fact that we've watched people speedrun Minecraft so much has given us the
But
knowledge
also, I
to
know,
know
I, like
just
it,
where
it
to
was
go.
it was pretty fun too, because we also are also kind of bad, and I feel like especially in
I mean,
survival
but we
games like
got
that.
exponentially better in the time that
Yeah.
we played.
Look, man. I remember just made some
I
comment
feel like
before about like
the
how it would be
Minecraft
kind of
server,
fun
if
to.
we when
What
everybody
happened?
joins this,
Yeah, if everyone joins and we go on like an expedition in a cave or some shit, and then we're like all about to die, I feel like those are like the best.
those are the
That's-
moments.
I've never played Minecraft in my life.
this,
I
like,
still don't understand
survival
what
or
Minecraft
hardcore?
is.
We can change it to hardcore.
Yeah, we put on survival right now.
Noah
We've
and
already
I
died a couple
used to
times.
play Minecraft Pocket
Pocket
Edition.
edition, baby.
Okay, you say this every time, and
Someone needs to
That
explain to
was a
me
good
at
game.
a high level what Minecraft is, because I don't know right now.
It's
Yeah.
like
It's
Roblox.
survival.
You remember your
It's-
internship at
it's-
Roblox?
I
It's
do
like
remember
that.
my internship
No,
at
right now.
Roblox.
It's
Yeah.
like
I'll
that.
be
It's
done
just
soon.
like that.
Yeah, it is.
There's the Avatar Marketplace, or item recommendations, because that's all I know about Roblox.
Yeah, you can put skins on. Most of the times they don't recommend the Chinese straw hat with the Chinese farm worker outfit.
The
but-
Luffy. The Luffy. I am Monkey D. Luffy.
Have you watched One Piece yet? Have you
I
watched
watched
it?
the live action One Piece that just came out on Netflix. It's so good. Highly recommend that you all go watch that.
I've been thinking
I
about it.
really, really enjoyed it. The live action version is so good. Have you seen it, Pranay? I think I told you to go watch it.
I feel like
Yeah, I
DJ would
haven't
enjoy
yet.
it.
I haven't yet. I mean, I haven't watched just because I watch anime.
Dude, but when I watch it, like every time I see him like attack or something in like the live action version, I just think of Smash Flash.
Smash Flash, exactly, yes.
It's so iconic. I didn't know he was made of rubber. Like that's the reason why he can do all this. It's because he's
Yeah,
made of rubber.
I don't know what the lore is, but I think it's like he ate some fruit and he now becomes
He
rubber
ate,
man.
he ate a devil fruit and he just gained these powers.
Nice backstory.
But if he touches seawater, he loses his powers.
Isn't he like a fucking pirate?
Yeah,
Why
exactly.
would he choose that occupation? Just like go live in the desert or something.
I mean, he wants the whole thing about One Piece is that they're like the whole show is about them trying to find the One Piece. Like there's apparently this like lost treasure from this old pirate, and basically the entire like One Piece world revolves around like
Finding
these
that
pirates
piece.
finding the
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
piece and like being the king of the pirates if you find it. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I don't know. It's a good series. I mean, the anime that's actually been there has been around for I think like 22 seasons. I think it's like the longest running anime ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd have to just like
Oh.
sacrifice your life to like watch the actual show if you tried.
Is it longer than
Yeah,
Naruto?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Beyond a
Yeah.
doubt.
I
Naruto,
think so.
like
Yeah.
the main Naruto thing ended long ago, and these guys have been pumping.
They're on Boruto
They're still
now.
out. They're still starting. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are still making
Yep.
episodes.
Oh, it's still
I mean,
going.
people love
Yeah,
Luffy.
it's still
Yeah,
going. It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
finished.
They haven't found the One Piece.
Yeah.
Like they're still
They're still
Like,
finding the
looking
One
for the
Piece.
One
why?
Piece?
Like, bro, just like start an economy, gain money. Like,
You know,
invest in
there's,
stuff.
there's,
It's like
there's this one meme I like so much that is like, yeah, it used to be a thing between me and Nushka, but there's this like, it was this one reel or something that had this song. It goes, "Can we get there? Can we get much higher? So high," something like that. I don't know what the actual song is, but they always play. I really enjoy this meme. They play so like they say something like the One Piece is real. There's some funny clip and someone says plays this thing says the One Piece is real and the music right behind it. I'll send you guys a link to something after, but that's all my interaction with the One Piece has just been that meme.
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah, is the
Okay, well,
One
now
Piece
you-
even
now you can
real?
actually watch
Does
the
the
show.
One Piece even exist, Chip?
I mean, it's called into question. No one's found it, right? So like,
Yeah.
maybe it doesn't exist. But I like when they eventually end the show, I think fans will be hella disappointed if they're like, the One Piece was like the friendships you made along the way.
Yeah, but what if they never end the show?
What if like they find
They-
the One
they
Piece
might.
and like due to inflation it's worthless?
I don't even know what
Then it
the
would
show
not
would
be
look
one
like
piece.
if they
It would
find
be
the
many
One Piece.
pieces.
Well, no,
I
it would
don't
just
know
be
what
one
the show-
worthless piece.
Would be cool. Yeah, but I mean, yeah. You're
Bro
right.
buried like $100. Like, man, this is like so much money, and you pick it up, you're like, this is worthless now.
Could be true. I mean, the world that they like lay out, it's still like not too far after when this guy hides the One Piece. So
Oh, so then,
I'm sure it
okay.
could be worth something. But I think the One Piece is not going to be like something of like monetary value. It'll have to be some like,
Probably.
It's a fucking nuke.
Okay.
why not?
I mean, how else do you become king of the pirates?
I feel like anime
Kill all the other
adaptations are
pirates.
becoming more and more popular. Like live
They're
action.
not good.
Ah,
There's a
I mean, One
difference.
Piece.
They're making a lot of them, but like I think the Death Note one was terrible.
Like, I feel like it's hard to
Oh.
like live action adapt anime because like it just looks weird.
Okay, but they did Luffy very well.
I guess. I don't know, it's just like the movement and like just everything about anime just feels so off when like it's translated to live action. Maybe that's just me.
No, I can see that.
It makes sense. But I mean, you know, I think it's still good. I'm excited for when they're going to release the second season of One Piece, which is probably a long time coming. But hopefully, the next episode of Stating the Obvious is not a long time coming,
Yep.
and we get more consistent about it. But for now, I think that wraps up our episode of Stating the Obvious. We want to thank you guys so much for listening. And we want to remind you to absolutely destroy the like button. Okay, just like smack it up. Okay, obtain
The One Piece.
the words to put in the comment section. Use ChatGPT to ask it to write a comment for us. Ask it not to lie as well. Because I feel like it would just say the podcast is good, even if it is not.
Okay, that's
And
not
then-
a lie.
I said if, Cobb. If.
Okay. Okay.
And lastly, follow us. Follow us so much that, you know, we're concerned for our lives. That we feel like we're stalked. That Noah's girlfriend maybe gets jealous. Thank you so much for listening. What Monster? And we'll see you in the next one.